Hello friends, it's All About Russia channel. My name is Olya Lukyanova and today we invited Dasha, known as Stunt girl, the only stunt riding girl in Russia. Such a small, such a fragile girl doing incredible stunts on motorcycle. Today we will visit her at the training and also talk with her about stunt riding and how it all started. Dasha, we know each other not for a very long time and I didn't know what kind of car you own. Why do you have a pink motorcycle, pink car?
I just really like pink color. Initially, I had a pink motorcycle and I wanted to paint the car in the same color, but by the way, I just covered it with a pencil. I think this way is even better.
You should dress everything up in pink, make pink hair too.
No, that is too much. Too much pink is bad too.
Isn't that too much pink? Do you drive this car all the time?
Yes, occasionally I don't have an ordinary passenger car.
Does it require any special rides?
No.
Got it. Come on, let's look inside. It seems to me that there is something interesting there. Oh my god! I can't believe it for real. There is a motorcycle.
You can't stand to see me shine. Better buy a visor, 'cause I can. You think you're the man.
How do you put it in there and how do you roll out?
It's not difficult. It rolls itself. You wind it up and roll it up the ladder.
So you don't have to pick it up? You're just so fragile and miniature. Is it always with you?
Sometimes I leave it in the garage, but most of all it's always with me.
How did it happen that you came to the discipline of stunt riding?
Initially, I just rode a motorcycle around the city, and at some point I realized that I wanted to do tricks, to learn how to. This way, I came to tricks and realized that this is what I want to do. I got a specially prepared motorcycle, trained a lot, and it started to get better, and it became my life.
This is a special prepared motorcycle?
Yes.
Do you continue riding around the city on a motorcycle?
No, I don't like to ride a motorcycle around the city. First of all, it's dangerous, and secondly, it's boring. It's the same all the time, the same roads, nothing changes. Doing tricks and learning something new is much more interesting.
Meanwhile, I would like to see what also interesting you have in the car. I see some kind of box with fishing tackle. Or not?
Not really. There are all sorts of bolts, and that is a very important box.
That's the way the girl is.
The bolts are bent and I change it for the new ones.
How can you bend a bolt like this?
The motorcycle often falls, the bolts here are really consumables.
When a motorcycle falls, you do too?
Yes, sometimes I fall together, either it falls without me.
Do you have enough time to jump?
Yes.
Have you been injured during performances or training?
No, but I got hurt when I went to the trampoline center. There were no serious injuries on the motorcycle.
Do you need a trampoline for a motorcycle training?
No, I just went with my friends on a trampoline, dislocated 2 bones in my arm, after which 2 fingers failed me.
Tell us about your first steps in stunt riding. Some warm memories.
I remember that I had long hair and I was blonde when I first bought this bike and converted it to stunt riding. So I came somewhere and all the men said, "God, well, it's just a nightmare, you won't learn anything. You came here just to show off." I remember that I even cried because of this, but at the same time this attitude of men gave me an incentive to develop in this discipline in order to prove that they were wrong.
And now this trail of male mistrust has dissipated?
It has long ago. Everyone sees what I do, how much I train. Everyone thinks it's very easy.
And is it very difficult?
Now, riding on a rear wheel is not a problem for me, but it takes a long time to learn.
Dasha, once I was in Estonia at the Smash Motorcycle Festival, and there I saw your performance for the first time. I thought that you were from Tallinn. How often do you perform in other countries?
This is the coolest festival I've ever been to. It's a shame it's no longer held. I was invited there to take part in competitions and show my performance.
Where else have you performed abroad? And in general, are you often invited to other countries?
This year in March I had a chance to perform in Finland.
Were there other girls besides you?
No, I was the only girl.
Tell me, do people from other countries have a great interest in you? How many followers do you have from different countries?
Yes, there were a lot of stunt riders in Europe and everyone is signed to each other. They look at what's new with us, we look at what's new with them.
Are there any tricks that came from Russia to Europe?
Oh, sure. In Russia, there is a world champion in stunt riding. He's from St. Petersburg. So all countries follow him for sure and learn a lot from him.
Уникальный человек в системе, человек кристальная чистота.
Oh, Bear! Who is this? What's his name?
His name is Billy and he has a very funny story. It was given to me by a friend who said he was doing to throw it away and offered to make a video with him first. I didn't allow him to be thrown out and now he travels with me.
Really? Of course you're cute, but we have to move you. Hold Yasha.
You can put it on the ground, no big deal.
Everything is fine. The operator will stand with him. So, what is this? Stairs? Is it needed for him?
There is a ladder in order to roll up with a motorcycle.
Pink wheel? One.
I burn a tire in a week and constantly have to change the wheel. It is very convenient when you always have a spare wheel with you.
Say, you have sponsors? Because burning a tire a week is not cheap.
Of course, there are sponsors. It's an expensive sport. It would be hard to pull on your own.
Do you change the wheel yourself?
Yes, that's easy.
So, well, here is basically everything for work.
It's an equipment.
I got it. Have you ever allowed yourself to do any tricks on public roads?
Not before, never. Now sometimes it happens, but extremely rarely, when I have some kind of shooting. But I only do it when I'm absolutely sure it's safe and I won't disturb anyone. I'm really afraid of speed because all my tricks are performed in first gear and at a very loud speed.
How do you feel about those motorcyclists who allow themselves in the city, in the stream, to get up the rear wheel?
They do it for show off, but it's a shame that they don't know how to do high quality tricks. I just want to say, come to our side, learn how to do it properly, bring down on the back wheel in order to show something in the city. Wait, looks ridiculous.
Have you been jealous of someone?
Light envy. There is a girl I follow, Sarah Lizito, a stunt rider from France. She's incredibly cool and I envy the fact that she is not afraid to try new things. I envy with a light envy, that is, I don't want her to fail, I just want it to.
You skate at a high level. You are only girl in Russia. And for example, she's from France. Does the level of sponsorship sponsorship, partnership differ greatly.
And in general, in Russia, in our field, everything is not as cool as in Europe, since this discipline appeared relatively recently in our country, and now everything is only developing, like motorsport.
Here comes a question. You already have a great media influence, and you're trying to somehow change the situation in stunt riding in Russia.
We have our own team, the guys with whom I train. We have our own competitions, our own show with which we travel to different cities, thus attracting attention and new people to the discipline, popularization motorsport. We recently completed with the Moscow police. This is my favorite bus. I had several of them, but with this I will be for a long time, since it's really convenient that there are two doors.
This is a real pain for those who love fashion. Jordans, which have seen a lot. Do you ride in them?
Yes, I train in it. In fact, sneakers last a maximum of a year. I change it regularly.
I thought that to wear special shoes for motorcycle.
I'm very comfortable in specialized boots. Immediately you need to walk in a motorcycle and feel the brake. Therefore, regular soft sneakers are needed. I just needed the wires and cut off from here.
What's this? A kettle? Why you are keeping it?
Well, suddenly I need wires again.
Ah, well then, okay. I found something very interesting here, guys. A lock.
This bus fits two motorcycles, and when I transport them.
Do you have two motorcycles?
Yes, one is small, the other is large, and this lock is needed for transportation. Before that, I had a different floor, and the motorcycle broke the floor with a footboard. Now I put up plank.
Here come the girls. I'm always cheering up for the girls. Do you often travel by car?
Yes, constantly. I drove it to Sochi.
This is the furthest distance.
The further distance on it was I went to the Czech Republic for competitions.
But you didn't tell.
This is one of the coolest competitions in the world, and they are held in the Czech Republic.
Have you competed on an equal footing with men?
Yes, we do not have the female class, but there are few of us, even in Europe. There are a lot of girls in the USA in this discipline, but they will not go to the Czech Republic, of course.
Dasha, how would you describe yourself? I want people to understand who you are.
I'm positive. Even at some moments when something bad happens, I'll look at it with a smile and think, it's good that I live at all, that I have arms and legs.
Have you always been like this, or has something changed?
It used to be different, but at some point everything changed. This is due to the fact that I studied at the medical university and often visited hospitals. There are so terrible things, diseases, suffering. After that, I began to appreciate what I have. I had depression, but after a while, I still realized.
Hello friends, it's All About Russia channel. My name is Oля Lukyanova, and today we invited Dasha, known as Stunt Girl, the only stunt riding girl in Russia. Such a small, such a fragile girl doing incredible stunts on motorcycle. Today we will visit her at the training and also talk with her about stunt riding and how it all started. Dasha, we know each other not for a very long time, and I didn't know what kind of car you own. Why do you have a pink motorcycle, pink car?
I just really like pink color. Initially, I had a pink motorcycle and I wanted to paint the car in the same color, but by the way, I just covered it with a pencil. I think this way is even better.
You should dress everything up in pink, make pink hair too.
No, that is too much. Too much pink is bad too.
Isn't that too much pink? Do you drive this car all the time?
Yes, occasionally I don't have an ordinary passenger car.
Does it require any special rights?
No.
Got it. Come on, let's look inside. It seems to me that there is something interesting there. Oh my god! I can't believe it for real. There is a motorcycle.
You can't stand to see me shine. Better buy a visor, 'cause I can. You think you're the man.
How do you put it in there and how do you roll out?
It's not difficult. It rolls itself. You wind it up and roll it up the ladder.
So you don't have to pick it up? You're just so fragile and miniature. Is it always with you?
Sometimes I leave it in the garage, but most of all, it's always with me.
How did it happen that you came to the discipline of stand riding?